Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Dennis. Welcome to Patina Code. Here's what you need to apply Sharkhide to your bare metal surface. You're going to need a microfiber cloth, alcohol, your mask, your gloves, a 100% cotton baby diaper, and then, of course, the Sharkhide. So, let me go over what all these things are for. First thing you need to do is get the surface completely clean. Obviously, we know this truck is completely bare metal and it is clean, but you do need to clean it up, overlook everything before you start coating. So, spray the alcohol on the microfiber cloth and you wipe down the area that you're going to be coating, and you make sure that there's no lint or any debris left behind, because the purpose of the Sharkhide is a coating, and the last thing that you want is for there to be any debris on the surface, because when you go to coat it, the coating will not be laying flat, and then it will not be protecting that particular area once that particle or debris falls off. So definitely get your surface clean of any grease, grit, grime, debris, lint, whatever it is that you may have on the surface. After the cleaning, you can use turpentine or paint thinner. I prefer alcohol because it evaporates rather quickly. And then the microfiber cloth doesn't leave lint balls or anything behind, and it aids in the evaporation of the alcohol and has a surface prepped and ready to go. So after you have your surface completely prepped and you're satisfied with it being clean, then you need to don your gloves and your mask, because the shark hide is very potent. You need to be in a well ventilated area, of course. But I'm gonna tell you, I didn't have the mask on, and the fumes are a little toxic. So even with all the doors and the windows open in this little shop, it still got potent. So be in a well ventilated area and just have a mask on, so you won't inhale any of the fumes coming from the shark hide. Next, you're gonna need the 100% cotton baby diaper, old school diaper that you used to wrap around the baby and then safety pin him up. All my old heads out there, y'all know what I'm talking about. I chose the Gerber brand. I'm not affiliated with them. That's just what they had at the store, so I'm letting you know that's what I chose to use. It was 100% cotton, and it was the baby diaper. You want to take that baby diaper and fold them in to the size of your palm. So basically, you'll end up with something like this in the palm of your hand, and that's what you want to use as your palm, mostly to coat the shark hide over your metal surface, because if you use just your fingers, you have the gaps in between your fingers and you'll end up with streaks in the shark hide, and that's not a good thing because we're trying to coat the overall surface. So use your palm as best you can and use it to come down the surface area that you're coating with the shark hide. You need to overlap it as if you were cutting grass. You overlap with the shark hide 2 inches. Okay, of course, we don't cut the grass and overlap it by 2 inches, but that's what it says on the back of the can, so that's what we do. We run the shark hide down, and then we come back the opposite direction, 2 inches overlapping the previous streak that we made with the shark hide. You can run up to 10 feet with one single pass, and that's one coat. And shark hide says that one coat is good enough for several years. So let's read what the can says. It says, a clear protective coating for all types of metals: aluminum, cast iron, copper, brass, bronze, steel, stainless. Protects against stains, oxidization, rust, streaks, weathering, salt spray, de-icers, road de-icers. So that's very important. It further reads to say, down here in the orange, it says, shark hide will never peel, chip, crack, flake, or yellow. A single application can last several years. It is made in the United States of America for all you patriots out there. It's a homemade product that may be worth its weight in gold. Definitely silver medal, because that's what we're going to be doing, is protecting us with it. So, all jokes aside, this is a serious deal, and I want you guys to see this. So let me get into the demonstration of how this goes. After you have the cloth saturated It's just as simple as wiping it down the surface that you are trying to coat. My advice is you keep your hand as tight as possible. If you have your fingers spread, it's going to show up as like streaks. For the coating, you want to have it well covered because that's the whole purpose of putting the coating on. You're trying to protect the surface. So you do not want to have your fingers spread while you're doing this. You want to have your palm doing the spreading. You will have a nice smooth flow with the Sharkhide. Also, you need to overlap 2 inches. I'm definitely going to show you right now what we have. I've done the front of the truck, both fenders, driver and passenger side, and we have the hood completed. And I say the product's pretty good. I like it. And we're going to, of course, we're going to finish out the truck with it. It's been curing for 24 hours. I've rubbed the rags over it to knock off just the dust that's falling out of the air, and it's got like a hard little shell. I'm supposing that's what it is because it's basically a coating. It's not like the Gibbs brand penetrant, whereas that is a penetrant and it will penetrate into the surface of the metal, get down into the pores, and then the more that you put on, the more you build up that layer by volume. Sharkhide is a little cheaper than the Gibbs brand penetrant because you do have to reapply and then reapply. And that's not a knock on the Gibbs brand penetrant because I love that shit. And I'm going to be using it to go over top of the Sharkhide. But I'm also going to do the whole interior of the truck because it is bare metal. It has some bare metal features in there. I'm going to be using the Gibbs brand penetrant on the inside of the truck. But so once again, by volume, cost-wise, it is a little cheaper to go with the Sharkhide, but you're still going to have to maintain it. Although it says it will not chip and crack, you just want to pay attention to what you're doing. You go out, you bring it back, you wipe it down, and then you might want to use some Gibbs brand penetrant over top of it just to seal off anything that might have gotten through the Sharkhide, or you might have missed a spot on the Sharkhide. The cool thing about the Sharkhide is that it won't yellow like a clear coat. A lot of people are like, why don't you clear coat it? Well, clear coat tends to yellow, especially with the UV. And then this being bare metal, I'm going to tell you, when this truck's out in the sun, it's like when you open the oven door, you can feel the heat radiating off of it because it's bare metal and it gets hot. It's almost like black. It just gets hot. So you have to reason that that would turn clear coat yellow. Plus, clear coat will instantly, especially out here in Missouri with all the road grit, the grime, the cinders, salt, road deicers. When you're trailing behind another vehicle, that's just basically sandblasting the vehicle all up front. And that wouldn't be a good thing for clear coat because if you kept it unchecked, next thing you know, you're going to start seeing little rust freckles on it. And then before you know it, the surface underneath the clear coat will start rusting. So that leads me to the other point. You definitely do not want to do this on a humid day because metal will absorb moisture and it'll sit in the metal. Like it's dry, it's cool. You think it's cool, but really there's moisture in the metal, in the pores of the metal, and then it will gradually creep its way up. And then you have all this on here, and then you have an orange hue undertone on your vehicle. So definitely make sure that it's a nice dry day and the humidity is low, and then go to work. It says on the can that in cooler temperatures you will get the best results. So being that this is a high shine, I waited for it to get cool. It's August, but it's only 71 degrees here in Missouri today, which that's awesome. Well, for this, it's awesome. So we're taking advantage of that, and we're going to get this truck coated. I got a whole week of nice weather, so we're going to take advantage of that and get this thing coated, and it's going to retain its shine. It's looking good from the two fenders and the hood that we've done. This is pretty cool. And in the next video, I'm going to give you an overall look at how it all came out. That's it, guys. It's just an easy process. Pay attention to what you're doing. Take your time and just have patience and let the coating do what it's supposed to do, and it should dry out and look pretty sweet. I'm gonna go out and have a nice whole body shot of the truck once I get it completed for you guys to check it out and see what it came out to look like. I appreciate you guys checking out what I'm doing. Thanks for watching. Stay with me.